In most categories, sustained growth is not normal. Studies have been done to show that, sustained growth of 4 to 5% over 5 or 6 years is not common. Wow. Many brands struggle to cut through. A good DM campaign will achieve about 5% strike rate. Many consumers say that all ads are the same. In many categories, consumers define the market as a largely homogenous market. We need to remember that marketing is hard. To do it well takes a lot of skill and a lot of expertise. So the challenge for marketers, I think, is not an easy one. Marketing has moved from what you could loosely say a broadcast model 30, 40, 50 years ago, where consumers largely were disconnected from each other. The marketer, said, buy our stuff. The consumers accepted that message. The skill of the advertising person was to put a nice creative component around that. So we've moved from the broadcast model of marketing to the new world model, which has been termed the conversational marketplace. So the conversational marketplace requires marketers to actually be part of the conversation. The first round of the internet revolution was about, I suppose, linking the technology, linking our computers. It's been this second round, this second wave of the internet revolution that I think has truly connected us. The second wave was all about social media. So actually suddenly the technology's there. It's almost like the telephone was there, but I didn't have a handset. Didn't know how to actually, all the wires were there, but I couldn't actually pick it up and ring anyone. I didn't know anyone's phone number, no one knew my phone number. So we couldn't actually physically talk to each other. So it's largely that second wave that came about 10 years after the first wave that did all of these things, but fundamentally what it did was create an explosion of online conversations. Quite often those conversations are around products and services that we use every day. Marketers need to access these conversations and to be part of these conversations, to learn, to listen and learn, and also to influence the conversations. So in the conversational marketplace, some brands are choosing what we call the influencer model, where they choose to influence the influencer and create viral buzz through accessing people who are kind of like the leaders or thought leaders around their brands, who are the people that others look up to and listen to. And by influencing the influencer, brands have found that they can be much more targeted in their messages. There's a lot less waste in terms of the old mass broadcast model. And the beauty is the influencers become the new sales force for the brand. The next step beyond that has been the consumer moving from not just a sharer of information to actually becoming involved in the production process of goods and services that they want to use. So this broad term is called co-creation, where consumers can actually work with you as an organisation to optimise precisely what they want as a consumer. Companies are using technology called BYO configurators, build your own pizza, build your own computer system, build your own car, build your own pair of jeans. BYO configurators have become the technology that some marketing organisations are using to help consumers help themselves to an optimised product that therefore enables the marketer to more precisely match the needs and wants of consumers. To succeed in the past, marketers had to access the rock stars of the times, and historically they've been the heads of advertising agencies and the founders of the famous advertising agencies. The rock stars now are people like Sergey and Larry, founders of Google. Because now if Google doesn't like you, then you're in trouble. But similarly, Google can be your pathway to marketing success.
E-direct mail or things online are a million times more efficient. And that's where the eyeballs are these days. Everybody's online. 80%, something like that. Some huge number of people are online. And of the people online, everybody's on Google. So don't miss Google.
Well, in the world today, with the online conversation being critical to access and critical to actually get right, there are some that are saying advertising is a tax that marketers pay for being unremarkable. So I think that's a really important message. that if you can access the online conversation and use that to influence your brand, advertising in terms of above the line and traditional advertising should form a much smaller component of your total marketing budget. Because if you can achieve successful viral buzz through the online conversation, then you won't need to spend as heavily on advertising.